to another episode of my podcast, Talk with Olena. And today we have Barbara, RCIC from British Columbia, here with me. And I brought Barbara in just to share her amazing story on how she became a very visible RCIC on social media. And I think it's just such an amazing lesson that a lot of RCICs can learn from Barbara. So let's start this conversation. Barbara, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Yeah, had a great morning with my dog. I pretty much start every morning walking my dog, and that's when I do my TikTok and post it. As people can tell on the TikTok, it's a lot of forest and trees and
Yes,
river.
lots of forest. Do you do TikToks like every day, literally, like you just do it and then post it, or you do some batch creation when you post it?
So I started with batch, but for me, for whatever reason, I like the every day I do it. I think I've told you this before. Like by the time it takes me to drink like my morning cup of tea, like I've filmed, edited, and posted something, and that's it. That's like it's just become part of my morning routine now.
That's amazing. I love that because for me, it's the same. Like for Instagram, it's literally part of my morning routine. And I find it so easy because when it's part of your morning routine, then that ensures that consistency on like daily basis, right? So yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's kind of rewind a little bit and let's go back to 2024. So we met, I think, around October 2024. Can you tell me, like, what was your business back then? And, like, tell us a little bit of a background story of how you became RCAC and what was your business in, like, 2024 before you started TikTok?
Yeah. Yeah. So, little background, I've been an RCIC for a while. And even before I was an RCIC, I was working as a legal assistant for RCICs. So, October 2025, it'll be my decade. So, I'll have to do some big celebration, probably on TikTok. So, it's been 9.5 years of working in immigration. And for a lot of my career, I worked as an employee. So, I was a licensed RCIC, but I was an employee at a so I didn't have to worry about bookkeeping or client account or marketing or sales or anything. It was just constant onslaught of clients, heavy workload, and I really just had to focus on maintaining my, immigration knowledge and expertise. So in 2024, I decided to do it by myself, step out. I created Immigration with Barbara, and I don't have I don't know, the business background, like I did my undergrad in applied economics, and then I did the immigration law education after that. So, I don't have a sales background or a marketing background. I really genuinely didn't know what I was doing. Like I was just like, I'll start a business. And so like even how to like register the business, like I didn't know anything. I was Googling and figuring out for myself. I also didn't have, seed money or anything. I was self-funding. So it's not like I was like, you know what, I'll just figure it all out on my own. So 2024, what was my business like before I met Olena? I truly thought that I would post a few times on LinkedIn, have a website, and I would get clients. Like that
You know
that was
what?
that was my whole plan.
I still remember that when we met in October and you told me, I think you started January 2024, right? If I
I
remember.
started like percolating. Yeah, it took a while to like make things. Like I made my own website. I did, I couldn't afford to hire someone. Like it took months to like get things up and running. But yeah, so like kind of maybe the second quarter of 2024, everything was operational and I had the systems in place, which I learned now is less important than if you don't have any clients. Um, but and then I was just like sitting here twiddling my thumbs, like, hello, like where are the clients? Um, yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was
still
like,
remember when we talked the first time, you said that I really thought that I will open my business and the clients will just come and it's just going to be a lineup out the door and it's just going to happen by itself. And it's really funny because I hear this a lot is that and I understand why, because like obviously we can see how many, how much demand immigration companies have, how many immigrants just like we have in Canada. We see it, all this like immigration boom in the last 5 years. So yes, it seems like, okay, like if you have license to practice, you're just going to get clients. But in reality, it really doesn't happen like that. Unfortunately, I wish it was easier. And yeah, so we talked in October. Did you have like, tell me about like how your, I don't know, workload looked like before you started TikTok, which was October. What numbers did we have in terms of like consultations, cases? Like, did you handle any consultations or cases?
It was low. Like it was so minimal. Like it was less than what you could hold in your hand. Basically nothing. And so I was doing a little bit of like pro bono stuff and working with some like community services, reaching out to schools. I felt like I was doing a lot, but just in terms of like trying to get myself out there. But now that I'm in your program and just learning so much from you, like what I was doing was not the right approach before. And yeah, it was essentially nothing. I was like destitute. And then yeah, I was even like hesitant, super hesitant about even making like an Instagram profile. I think I'd like just kind of recently made one and had a couple posts, like static posts on it, no videos whatsoever. I had looked into the YouTube channel as well throughout 2024. I'd like made one, but I'd never actually made a video and posted it. I started like researching, like I spent months researching, writing scripts, filmed myself. I started, learning editing software. Never actually ended up posting anything. I was just stuck in this like learning and over analyzing and not really knowing and thinking like, is it me? Is it me? And so yeah, it was really so when I met you, like we'll forever remember it. You were like, pick one thing, one platform and post for 30 days. It can take longer than 30 days to reach the momentum, but 30 days is so like manageable. Like you can be like, okay, yeah, that's a goal I can achieve. And so I chose TikTok and I started, I think like 2 days later, I started posting. It was around Halloween. So it's easy to remember. And I have posted nearly every day since.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very impressive. So if you guys want to go to Barbara's TikTok page or any other really social media, but TikTok is your primary, and you want to like, that's what I do because that level of determination is like truly unparalleled for me. Because if you go and like scroll all of her videos, like just scroll all the videos, you will see that she posted every single day. There are only a couple of exceptions, which was like a Christmas day and then like a couple of more like odd days, but it's determination for sure. So it's a lot of hard work. Now, when did you feel, because when you started posting and we started doing stuff, it didn't right away result in consultations, right? Because so basically the way it worked, you started posting October 31st, and then in November you still had 0 consultations, even though you've been posting for the whole of November. In December, I think you got 4 consultations, if I remember, or three, if I remember that correctly. That's December. Would you say that that's when you started feeling like some traction?
Yeah, December is when I started getting consults purely from TikTok. Like they only knew me from TikTok and were like big fans too. They were like, oh, I've been watching, like they had watched several videos and were like, yeah, we feel we trust you. And I had some service agreements from that as well. So like it took time, but that once you get over that 30-day hump though, like it's quite easy. Like I really enjoy it too. Like it's not a hardship at all for me to post on daily anymore. And this is coming from someone who is terrified of putting their face on the internet. Like that just sounded so scary
Hey,
to me. Like I even when I was thinking about making my YouTube channel, I just wanted to be a voice, maybe a tiny little like icon in the corner, but I wanted to be like on my screen and showing people things. I was like, I don't want to put my face out there. And I would like my heart would rush. Like I would just get like so nervous posting. And now it's like, I don't care.
this
Post
is so
everywhere all the
odd
time.
for me to hear that because you're so natural. Like you're so natural. And it just, yeah, it's very odd that to hear that you used to be uncomfortable. Do you think that was like one of the real reasons why originally you like just didn't go for it? Because you said like you tried YouTube, you tried like different things. And do you think like that like fear of just being like with your face online was the real reason what was holding you back?
Maybe partially, quite like straight up, honestly, I just thought like posting a couple times here and there on Insta and LinkedIn would be enough to get clients. And then when I didn't get them, I was like, what am I doing wrong? Like I just had no idea. I'd never been immersed in the marketing or sales world. And yeah, now I just have so much more knowledge that you just need that constant. Like people need many touch points with you before they start like building up that trust and connection with you.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess like for you, I think the reason why you were not doing it before is just you didn't realize like the extent to which you have to actually go in marketing to make a good, consistent business out of, your brand and your presence online. Yeah.
Yes, yes, realizing, almost like the percentage of work that you do needs to be marketing. How much of it I really thought it was like a 10% thing, and it's not, especially in the beginning. And your videos help me. I think you post about this on LinkedIn all the time where you're like, you're starting out and you have no clients. You should like pretty much only be doing marketing. Like, what are you doing? Like, that should
Yeah,
be your
like
only goal to get
100%
clients.
of your work. Yeah, like 100% of your work should be like because what else? You don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, nothing else to do.
But it's one of the main things that I always say is that like especially when you're starting out and you don't have clients, so you don't have delivery of the services, you still should be working like 9 to 5 or whatever your schedule is, like whatever you want to work. But it still has to be a proper work day. It's just your work is getting sales, your work is getting cases, your work is doing that marketing, that brand presence, that's all the stuff that needs to happen to get those cases, right? And if you wake up in the morning and you have no emails, you have no DMs, you have no cases to submit, you have nothing to do, then what you do is you post, right? Like you do marketing. Yeah, I think you know what, like another person in our group, Lawrence, she after my very first program that I did back in 2023, I remember I even had a chart, like pie charts, when I would put like in red color the whole pie chart. This is how much time you should be spending on marketing if you want to 3 years in business, like 3 to 5 years, then it goes less. And then like, now I don't spend that much time in marketing because you learn how to be more efficient, the number one. But number two, you don't need to spend that much time. But like when you're starting, of course, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting to know. So in a very like practical way, what do you think, like when do you think it really like clicked for your business, like TikTok? When did you start seeing like, okay, like I'm actually, making a very consistent progress with consistent consultations? And what do you think was that like real point? Is it just like that compounding effect of like posting every day? Or is it like, was there a moment for you when it was like clicked?
That's such a good question. I don't know if I've had a click moment. It's definitely a compounding effect. Like the more of yourself that's out there, like there are more eyeballs on your content, the more people connect, right? And it's different activities as well that will help if that you can just, point people to your platform, whatever it is. So for me, I do a lot of TikTok lives as well. TikTok is great because the lives get like they shoot them out to everyone. It's not just your followers. So I get a ton of new followers that way. And then they go and they see I have, over 100 videos now on immigration in Canada. They start looking at some videos. And again, it's just building that trust. You need many, many touch points with someone before they feel comfortable enough to be like, all right, I am paying you now. I'm paying you now for this service.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I do think it's compounding effect to like very big extent because I always say, like many times I've said this, is that right now you're seeing the effects of your marketing that you did 60 days ago. So whatever you did 60 days ago, that's the results you see in today, right?
Mhm.
Proactively it's the same, right? Whatever you're doing right now, you're going to see results of that like 60 to 90 days. So usually that's what it takes. And I love that just kind of logic of it because that gives me, I'm a very practical person, so I want to know exactly how long it's going to take, what I need to do, and like when can I expect the actual results. And if I don't see results, like then I need to reevaluate or whatever happens, right? So knowing that timeline, and for you, that was exactly what it was. It was November, December, and then January. It's exactly like literally 3 months. And in January, you had, I think, like 4 consultations. And then in February, that was the months when it kind of shot up and it was like 20, whatever consultation, or 19 or something like that consultations. And then since then, you maintain very consistent months like March and April, and it just only goes upwards from there. So I think that like 60 to 90 days, that's just general like compounding effect of your efforts, because you cannot just post one time and expect things to happen. Like it's just not magic, you know? Um,
Yeah, yeah, it's that persistency. And I think also as well, what I learned from you is a little bit of the analytics too, like going back and seeing what really worked and resonated and with your followers and what didn't, and kind of doing, not, TikTok's kind of cool. You can actually post the exact same video like a few weeks later, and you might get a totally different result. So I really like that about TikTok as well. Like it's just the algorithm is always working for you. Like they want people to watch your stuff because it keeps them on the platform. And so it's just like, it's not a one and done. If it didn't, go viral in 48 hours, it might go viral in a month from now or 2 months from now. Like it's always pushing out everything all the time. So definitely analytics. And then always just choosing to like improve, one little thing every time. Maybe if you do every 2 weeks, you look back at the last 2 weeks and go, what's one thing I can do differently in my next, batch or my next video? So yeah, just not always thinking that you need to evolve and grow. You can't just be posting the exact same stuff for 3 months and be like, where are my clients? I'm always changing and evolving. And that is very much via you and your coaching and your feedback on the style of the video, the content of the video. I'm constantly, even today, talking back and forth about tweaking little things here and there. It's not going to be perfect. Just post it anyway. It'll resonate with someone, and just make the next video a tiny bit better, one thing better each time.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's a great advice. Absolutely. Now, because you post every day, and a lot of people out there would find it like really difficult, and for them, it's like, oh my gosh, like I cannot do it. Do you have any like systems or routines, even in terms of maybe analytics that you set up, that really ensures that consistency, other than walking with a dog in a park in the morning?
My dog needs her walks. Yeah, that's a good question. So I was given this advice. I did go to like a TikTok coach. Like they had, again, all free resources. Starting out entrepreneurs, we're all like, where's the free resources? So I did like a TikTok free workshop. But it was great, and it was excellent advice. It just didn't work for me. So, but this might work for some people. It was, do an hour of research today. What are you going to post about? The next day, film for 2 hours only, and film, 10 to 12 pieces of content in 2 hours. You can do it. Then the next day, you're going to edit if needed, or add captions or whatever you're going to do. And then you're going to schedule it for 2 weeks, and you don't have to pick up your phone or a camera for a 2 week period. And then you just repeat that. So every 2 weeks, you are improving the batch, but you're not changing or editing too much. You're just like, all right, scheduled for 2 weeks. So that could help with someone who's like, I don't want to be in front of the camera every single day. And I'm, if I go on like holiday or something, or, periods where I know I'm going to be busy, I might do something like that. And it doesn't have to be scary, and limit yourself too. It's like, just film for 2 hours. Don't film 8 hours and have one piece of content. It's going to drive you insane. So that can really work. TikTok has this great, like the in-app editing on TikTok is like phenomenal. So I don't need to be jumping around in different apps and platforms either. I film in-app, and then you can save the entire thing as a draft. And so you can have a bunch of drafts, and each morning you just click post. So that too, if you want to have just a session in front of your phone, nothing fancy. I have the iPhone X. Like I don't have a mic. Like I just have my old iPhone, and that's all I use. I don't even use a tripod. I hold it in front of my face with my hand, like nothing fancy. I didn't go buy any other equipment other than I have. And yeah, you just get started. Probably I'm going to upgrade the phone at some point, because she's getting there.
No, but I don't think there is a real difference. Like honestly, after I guess like 2018, we stopped getting any real difference with iPhones. Like it's all the same to me. So yeah, no, that's great advice. To me, actually, that batching content also didn't work really well
Mm,
because I've tried and I've done it for a very long time. So I used to batch like on monthly basis actually. But what I found is that number one is that the quality actually suffers, like for me specifically from batching, just because if I, let's say, record 10 to 12 videos in a row, that video number 12 is not going to be very good. So
yeah.
and the same like written content as well. When I used to batch, I would do like 30 days and it was good content, but still I feel like when I do and it's personal, but when I do it in the morning, all I need to do is just like one video. And because in the morning I have like the highest level of energy, the highest level of creativity, I actually come up with my best stuff. And it's just one thing and it feels easy and it feels actually enjoyable, which is the most important part. When I batch like for the month, then it becomes this chore and
Mm.
it becomes this like, so that's what I didn't like. So I switched back to, but I am trying to be 1 week ahead always. So I'm doing it every morning, but I'm trying to be like 1 week ahead. So I'm doing it every morning, but I schedule it like if today's Friday, so it would be for next Friday, right? So yeah, but for different people, I guess it's different. But yeah, thank you so much for advice. Like that's really good. Do you see yourself like just continuing the TikTok journey, like for now, or do you feel like you want to at some point like change the strategy?
TikTok is really working well for me. I really like set myself the goal now of posting every day for a year. And obviously, like every once in a while, I miss a day, but it's very seldom. So I'd love to get to that milestone.
That's
You hear
awesome.
you hear people say like post every day on TikTok for a year and your life will change. So I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. And
I love that. That sounds like a challenge.
yeah, it's a great challenge. And like I said, it's not heavy for me. Like it's very quick and yeah, it doesn't feel heavy or challenging or hard. Like it just flows really well with my daily routine, and I'm getting the results. I'm enjoying it. So that too, if someone's like, "What platform is for me?" I know you say this as well. It's like, well, I think you have like a 90-day thing, right? If you go for 90 days or just not feeling it, you're not moving forward, and it doesn't feel good to you, like maybe that's not your platform. But I didn't also have TikTok before, like, on just personally, I downloaded TikTok when it got super popular in COVID. I spent 3 full days on the app, absolutely addicted, and then deleted it and
What?
never got it again.
Really?
It's so
Wow.
addicting. Like, they're just hilarious. Like, the creators on TikTok are so creative and genuine, and, like, I was just, like, laughing for 3 days straight over COVID and got nothing else accomplished in life, and I was like, "I cannot be on this app." I hadn't touched it since, until I spoke with you and started posting on it myself.
Yeah, well, that's funny because I don't know why I cannot get used to TikTok. I just don't go there personally. I just don't like it. I don't know. Not like I don't like it. I like it. It's just not, I guess I cannot switch over. You know how at some point everybody switched over from Instagram to TikTok. So now
Mhm.
everybody's on TikTok and I never did that. I don't know why, but I can definitely see how it is. I definitely love about TikTok that it's more raw than Instagram, for example, and it's more just real, just true real. And I'm always going for like a true real stuff, like this is what's going to get you business, like not these logos and like go book a consultation with me. No, it's like real personalities of people like making funny jokes and like educational videos, but still like without the very curated edits or very curated presence. Like on Instagram, I still feel like it's more curated.
Yes, I remember, like, hearing people say, like, Instagram, it's very, like, aesthetically pleasing as well, like, when you go to people's profile, I know, like, Weber Immigration, I was always like that was always, like, my gold standard of, like, "Oh, if I do Instagram, I need to get it to this because you have, like, a pattern on your profile too, like, it's very intentional how you post
Don't
and how the
think I do.
colors look, like, it's so beautiful, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so much work, like, how am I ever gonna do that?" Whereas TikTok, who cares what it looks like? It's
Yeah.
super raw. You just like throw something together and it wants real stuff. Like it's very I don't know, AI conscious maybe. Like it doesn't like the fake stuff. Like it wants to see a real human in front of a camera just having a conversation. And so that is it just really aligns with what I can do because I'm like, yeah, I can't do really beautifully edited whatever. And I don't know. Instagram just always felt very heavy, still does. I have a presence on there, but it's, nothing. I don't spend too much time on it because it just never fit for me. So I just knew, okay, that's not for me. TikTok really works for me though.
Yeah, well, Instagram is also really difficult because, like, we're on Instagram, not really well, I guess by choice, but like just historically, it happened like that, and I just can't transition away. I want to go away from it, but I can't. But on Instagram, I think it's just much harder right now for new accounts to get out there, and they are trying to make it easy, like algorithm gods or whatever, trying to make it easier for new accounts, but it's just I see that it doesn't work. It's like getting much harder to get that exposure. Like, very good example, one of the members in our container yesterday posted her first TikTok, and right away it got, like right away within 24 hours it got 5,000 views, right? Instagram, never going to happen. Never. It's just never going to happen. It's just not gonna. She got right away, like within I think 6 hours of posting, she got her first direct message on TikTok, literally like from a very, legit person requesting a consultation, very like good, high quality direct message requesting a consultation within 6 hours. Again, Instagram, not gonna happen. So I think Instagram it became with years more uphill battle, especially for new creators, when TikTok, because it's a outreach platform, originally has been created as that outreach platform, that even you saying, like, when you do live on TikTok, it pushes you out to people that never knew who Barbara is. Instagram doesn't do that, right? So I think TikTok is great that way. But yeah, so Barbara, tell me, what would be your advice to people? Because it's honestly one of the hardest parts for people to get out there. What would be your advice to people who have like literally zero consultations on their schedule right now? They really want to make their business work. They really want to help immigrants out there. What would be your advice?
I think, yeah, for me, what flipped from, before I met you, it's like before Olena, after Olena.
Oh,
I didn't realize the persistence that it requires, and just, yeah, like what would change in your business if 100,000 people saw one of your posts, right? Like things would change, things would shift. Like, just get out there. I think now too, in the world of AI and scams and fake stuff, I feel really hesitant to reach out to a professional at any level, whether it's immigration or accounting or whatever, when I don't see a video of them, only because you can fake a photo, right? Like, anyone can steal your photo and then make a fake website and or whatever it is. I mean, it can still be fake with the videos too, but it just, yeah, it kind of just, it's makes me really suspicious. Or I want to see you be a guest on a podcast, or, just get yourself out there as much as possible. So, in addition to TikTok, that was the start of like, okay, currently nowhere, doing nothing. Let's just post once a day on TikTok. And then from there it grew. So I did have the Instagram just to have a presence there. I'm, starting to be more active on LinkedIn. I started a YouTube channel. I started a podcast. I started reaching out and asking people if I could be a guest on their podcast. So
I didn't know that.
it's
That's
just
good.
like, just get out there and just be open to things. Because, yeah, now in the world, if you're just, before it was different too. If you opened up a physical office, you might have some walk-in traffic too. Like, now, like, we're pretty much all virtual. And so we need a really strong virtual brand and virtual presence. So that's it. And there's different ways to do it. And I would say talk to Olena if you have any hesitation, because you're so good at brainstorming like alternative things as well. If someone's like TikTok's not going to be for everyone. I'm shocked it's for me, but I love it. So I would have never thought I would be on TikTok, but
You know
here I
what?
am.
Like, I think it's for a lot of people like that, because just before recording this podcast, I had a meeting with Anna from our container, and it's just shocking because when we met the first time with her in December, so just 5 months ago, she told me is that I don't know how this is all going to go work, because I don't like social media. It's against my beliefs. I teach my kids that, you should not be on social media. Like, she's just like, not like, she was right away like, absolutely not. And then we talked through, and then she's like, okay, I guess I can write some blogs. So blogging, that's when I started. And then she was like, I don't see results, so I'm going to record a couple of YouTubes. Today, during our meeting, Anna is like, okay, I'm just gonna post it on TikTok. And literally during the meeting, she's like making a TikTok account and like posting her first video on TikTok. And this is the person who said that like I'm too old for this and I teach my kids not to be on TikTok. She's like, my daughter is gonna kill me.
So good. Everyone listening should go check out Anna's YouTube channel. Like she's like really like authentic. It just feels like you're like a friend is talking to you when you watch her videos. She needs to make videos. They're so good.
Oh, she's so good. The thing is, and you are too. And the thing is that we don't know about our talents and our, what we're truly capable of until we push ourselves a little bit out of that comfort zone, right?
Mhm,
And
mhm.
and we need to, if we want to make successful businesses, like we need to push ourselves out of comfort zone and we need to go hard. Like for me, it's still very surprising like how you went like the whole November, the whole December without like seeing literally any like barely any results like for 60 days, but you still went for it. And that requires like that determination and like being out of comfort zone when you're like, this doesn't work, right? And then but you're still doing that with just trusting the process that it will work.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
really
that's
big.
such a good point. And I think having like other RCACs or other whoever you choose to support, I'm choosing Olena to support you is so helpful because I think I would have given up too sooner. You especially you'll post a video and you'll get yeah, I remember my first like 10,000 view one. I was like, "Oh my God, I made it. Like people are going to want to sponsor me." Like I don't know why I thought like an airline was going to sponsor me and I was like, "I'm going to fly around the world first class." Like I was just like, "Oh my God, my life has changed." And then the next one you post will get like 300 and then you like just 300 and then you like have this like down, but it's just the persistency and it's moving forward and work and being like, okay, what hit, what didn't, and just keep going forward. There's so many ups and downs emotionally running your own business. Marketing and TikTok is just one little piece of running a business, but yeah, having some sort of support system I think is key to not getting that like, oh, I'm just gonna give up feeling.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like that myself, that when I see you guys doing like so well and doing stuff and really going through, everything you're going through, like marketing wise and emotionally wise and financially wise, right? And I'm like, okay, like I need to do something myself. And I'm like, I'm being motivated watching you, Barbara, and like you guys and seeing how well you're doing and like the difference. Honestly, like the difference between October and April or whatever in May, like it's crazy. Like the difference is crazy. Like today in the morning, you're like, okay, like my TikTok got 35,000 views. I have 21 unanswered DMs. Like, how should I answer them, right? And that's just such a drastic difference in a very relatively short period of time. And very important thing that I have to say is that all of this is free. You didn't
Yeah.
have to pay anything to get all of this. Like it's free to show up on any platform.
Such a good point because that was one of the things I was considering was like boosting posts, paying for
Don't do it.
boosting posts and Google Ads. Like those were the things I was considering before I met with you and started the program. I haven't spent one penny on any kind of promotion whatsoever. Like it's all been free promotion that I have done myself. I don't have an assistant either. I don't have anything. It's just literally me.
Well,
That's why
you
it's
do
so nice
have
to
a
have the
fancy microphone.
yeah. I have a micro this free. Like my brother-in-law gave this to me. 'Cause he was like, "Oh, you're starting a YouTube channel, you need a mic," and he just had it sitting around. Like everything around me is like gifted or thrifted or like it's free and it's so possible to build like a really exciting business and not have to spend a penny.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very big point. I also had earlier today a meeting when somebody was like, "Okay, I'm starting out, and I just need to dig into how much money I need to invest into Facebook and Google." And I'm like, zero. You need to invest $0 in
Mhm.
Facebook and Google because that is just biggest waste of money I've ever seen. But yeah, like it's just really, really crazy the times that we're living in and what can be possible and like for your business. And it's not only just looking forward, it's not only building an immigration practice and like helping immigrants, which is a short-term goal. But I think is that it's also just building your brand like as a
Mhm.
person and building your brand, because that's for me, that's what helped me tremendously. And everything that I had was always just because I always chose to build Olena Weber as a name,
Mhm.
and that it's Googleable and that people know me. And that worked for me, not only in the immigration space, but in many different other ways as well. So that is like a bit of a bigger picture as well, why social presence and just brand building of like your persona is a legacy, like truly, because it really really helps you long term, even if you decide to, not you specifically but generally people decide to change careers or start different business, add an additional business, like all of that, like it just expands your opportunities generally.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think it's a really definitely good investment of anybody's time to build TikTok and all of those social medias.
Yes.
All right, I'm just going through some questions here. I think we covered it all. Thank you so much for sharing with us today, and it's always a pleasure talking to you. And I'm really happy to have you in our group and to see all the progress. And I hope I'll see even more progress when you finish your one. So when is your 1 year of TikTok posting finishes? Is it like December 30th?
1 year, no, it'll be Halloween again, so it'll be
October.
yeah,
Okay.
it'll be a spooky celebration, it'll be a good Halloween.
Okay, well, we'll have to throw you a party. Yes, we'll
Yes.
have to do that.
Yeah, yeah, amazing. Yeah, thank you so much for hosting me. It was such an honor to be a guest on your podcast, and I hope this provided some practical insights for RCICs out there. And you can catch me at Immigration with Barbara on TikTok.
Yes, please go check her out. Her videos are so funny, amazing, educational, and I just love them. So great. Thank you so much, Barbara.
Thanks. Take care.
Bye.